invitation.
Behold my sensuous movements.
Okay. Leveling some stuff up here. Oh wow, I just spent like 30,000 gold. Okay, let's chill. Let's chill on that. Let's chill. Let's see. What is the corruption in that? Oh, it's 100 corruption here. Okay. So I could do a disciple army here. So I could do like that. So there's another army. Now this army does not like gain XP. It does not, it cannot recover health. It's just that. But you can throw it into the meat grinder. I can have it like go with these guys. And then... yeah, so each
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Each lord can make one. It's the corruption in that province and or the size of the army. Because like if she tries to make a disciple army, oh, there we go. It requires 10 units. So you can't just have like a bunch of like single entity lords do that. Wait, it said one lord didn't move. Who didn't move?
My desires are boundless.
I'm not sure who it's complaining about.
Most
Oh, the brand new one. That's one.
Slaanesh.
Pseudo Wa, kind of. But you can have it go off on its own, whereas the Wa in the game, you know, is just like attached to the army. So it's like it's not going to go a separate way. But if you wanted to, you could have it like run off on its own. Typically, I remember it in the early game, like when we were fighting tough opponents, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna summon this thing just so I have more bodies to throw at it, you know? And kind of like how use garrison troops, you might put them in front of your troops so that the fodder that is basically free units, you use those up first for taking damage. Or just have them stand next to you, so every time you hit auto, you get better results until it runs out.
A strained body breaks the mind.
All right, Astyanka is not having a good time. Expendable, yeah, kind of.
Oh, the invigorating.
Tyrion declaring war on me. Hi. Tyrion, why are you mad? Why are you mad, Tyrion? You know, I've been so focused on just playing the game, just in a way that felt natural. I haven't looked at the short victory conditions in some time. Have to see what's going on there. Spring break. Woo. Okay. Let's take a look. Just, oh. I can't. I can't. That's funny. Okay. So, let me explain this for anyone who is newer. One of the requirements for short victory is to destroy a faction called the Hunt Marshal's Expedition. I enslaved them. They're still alive, and they're paying me taxes. They're no danger to me right now. But I was apparently supposed to kill them for the quest. So if you just go, okay, well, Muck defeated him, all the other requirements we got done literally like turn before last. Because we had to get 30 settlements. And then we had to control that city, that city, that city, that one. Oh, our vassal has it. in that one. So technically, you could say we won.
Lord of excess reigns
All right, hold on. Let me hit this guy. These dinosaurs that are acting up.
divine immortality.
Oh man, there's so many down there. All right, auto.
Suffer.
I could sack it, but we'll just take it.
Slaanesh.
Province secured, sort of.
Decadence awaits.
Do that.
Exquisite decadence. Ecstasy awaits.
The herald of Slaanesh. Depravity reigns. Artisan of pain.
My obsession is pain.
Okay, cool. So he is doing
Grace
the dance thing properly. All right,
cruelty.
so that's going. How does the run end if you can't complete the quest? So it's okay. It's kind of just like a personal objective, right? Like, these games can be very long. So typically what they do is, just in case you need something to work toward, there's a short victory condition, a long victory condition, and ultimate victory is just take over the whole world. Or after turn like 100, a thing happens called the ultimate crisis. And it's a very challenging thing, and if you beat the ultimate crisis, it just says you win. And you could keep playing if you want to, but it's another moment where it says you win, and you could stop there if you wish.
There is affirmation.
So we're gonna run Bane Touch over there.
Yes.
Something that's kind of cool about Kislev cities. I don't know if you guys saw that there. Hold on. I'm gonna bring over these other two armies, and then I want to show you something.
Stimulation.
Kislev does have a pretty cool mechanic I'd like to share.
Immortality.
Oh, when did you get here? It's like an injured army there.
There
Okay.
is nothing.
Do you see that? Like, there's a lord there, right? You see that? And he's level 20. But if we look at the city, there's not a flag for an army there. Kislev has a thing where every 2 provinces they have, they can put a lord called I think it's an Atuman or something like that, and he stays in a province and just focuses on leveling it up. You can't run him around, but he stays in a province. He gains XP every turn, and he will defend that province, and also any cities in the province. You see that purple outline? If he chooses to, he can lead the garrison out and attack enemy armies in that area. So it's a feature I like, and Dakala had a version of that. But you know, he'll just, as he levels up, it'll be like, you know, oh, the garrison units are better, or oh, you have faster research, stuff like that. All right, so we'll just auto this. We've got, so our fodder army soaked a lot of damage there. 19,000 gold. Yes, please. All right.
How divine. A new pleasure.
Saka raised 6 Kislev Cathayer Empire settlements for 20,000 gold. So we just got another 20,000. Oh my goodness.
Courtesan of the pleasure god.
All right. All right. Invasion. Hellish Stride.
Slaves to darkness.
I don't know why I'm doing this. We basically just realized that we fulfilled the condition that we wanted to fulfill. All right, so
Desire fornication.
and these units, because they're essentially heroes, right? They can use equipment. I don't have enough equipment for all of them, but I could make them a bit stronger by just slapping some equipment on them. They're basically running into battle with just like their standard issue stuff.
Slaanesh.
Okay. All right. So the point of this campaign playthrough, what we're doing right now, was simply to try out the Masque of Slaanesh. And the goal of these let's try it out for the first time playthroughs is to, we usually use the short campaign victory simply as a goalpost to be like, okay, at this point we've got a pretty good idea of how this works. So we've effectively done this. We didn't get the official pop-up, but that's because the only thing that's not checked off is kill this guy, but we beat him into submission and made him an ally. And so I would have to bring my armies all the way down here, and he'd be like, "Yo, boss, what? Why? I pay taxes," and it would just be awkward for all parties involved. So I mean, I beat him, and then I made him a vassal, so it's done. So let's talk about how this plays out. How is this different from any other Slaanesh faction? You have access to the Eternal Dance, +2 Alluruses, whatever. Global and local recruitment -1 for Daemonettes and Exalted Daemonettes. That is actually pretty crazy. So just like, I can't immediately think of a time where I played another faction where when I was doing recruitment, I had so many options for training something from across the world in one turn. Because global recruitment is double local. So when I was playing Norska and I wanted to make the big worms, they were 2 turns of recruitment to get them from a city, or 4 turns globally. This has so many things I can recruit in one turn, that's very powerful. It's expensive, but if you got the money to throw at it, that's very powerful. Because in the wild, you can just like grab replacement decently tiered units and just start it at the end of your turn, and you've got them at the start of the next turn. So that's really strong. The second thing is the dance. So let's go over here to the Eternal Dance. You pick any one of these, and then as you win battles, you gain tempo. It's just an experience bar. The bar fills up. As it passes the bubbles, you get to pick one of these things, and you get that effect. They usually have a positive thing and a negative thing. Like, my whole army is 6% slower, but has 30 more armor. Now, Daemonettes have like 0 armor or something, so going from like 0 to 30 is huge. So I really like that. Now, like this dance here, like the one that I chose has like Frenzy for all units, has like a nuke. This one here had like, you can seduce more units. This one gave you mana every turn, much better if you like doing spells. Also, Giver of Glory, while your Lord is in combat, everyone around them is gaining physical resistance and getting less tired, which is very strong, but kind of useless if you're using this Lord here that gives the whole army perfect vigor, so no one ever gets tired at all. And then there was another one that was related to damage somewhere. My favorite, of course, was this one, the Sustain one. Also, they all got a cooldown thing. So this one, I just used, like, I did every dance once, because once you complete each dance once, you get a list of permanent bonuses up here. Again, these are very strong. Each faction, typically, that list right there in the top right corner, that's the bonuses this faction gets. And then the dance is giving us that, and that, and that, and that. So those are all bonuses that this faction's getting on top of the ones you get from like character selection screen. And using that one dance I really liked on every army made every army, the Lord and everyone near the Lord, had 30 more armor and a health regeneration in combat. That was incredibly powerful. That was incredibly powerful. Also, just, I guess because like my early game was just really good this time, Slaanesh offered to replace our secondary Lord, which was, one of these things, with the big demon on a very early turn. Like, I've never gotten one of the big demons so early on. That's a mechanic that all 4 of the demon factions have, but I've never had the god offer me the big demon on such an early turn. So that was really powerful, having the big demon so early plus the dance running around with the mask. So, like, that is really strong. Like, if the mask was to go up against Nakari, or if the mask was to go up against Dakala, I think the mask would lose. But if the mask's 10th army was to go up against the 10th army of Dakala, or if the mask's 3rd army was to go up against Nakari's 3rd army, I think the mask wins. I think every army other than the primary one is going to wreck. Because like there's just all of those dance benefits on your army versus an enemy army that doesn't have those. That's pretty wild. Another thing the Masque had was just crazy bonuses to Daemonettes, which, okay, it's kind of whatever. Like, almost every lord has, like, big bonuses to this one unit, like, they like a unit type. Sale had liked those, was it Kurgan Horsemen? The bear shapeshifter hero in Sale's army liked bearmen, and so on and so on. The Masque likes Daemonettes, and who can blame them? They're hotties. So it encourages you to use Daemonettes in the main army. They get a whole bunch of bonuses for that. Can I find it? Oh, here we go. All Daemonettes get 15% physical resistance, and they're cheaper. And then he does have some very, very minor bonuses for all cavalry in all armies everywhere, worldwide. But it's mainly just like Daemonettes for the main army, and then whatever you want for the others. Another thing I almost forgot about, that you've got a in-combat dance that you turn on, and then you just keeps going until you turn it off. Now, you start with Dance of Dreaming. Incredibly powerful. One, it's like a Mortis engine effect, which is damage around you every second, even when you're not swinging. So as long as you're in melee, this is just a blender going on around you the whole time. Also, reduces enemy leadership. I think that's enemy leadership. Yeah, affects enemies. Yeah. So reducing their leadership makes them run away faster. So that's incredibly good. I literally never turned on any of these other dances a single time. Like, look at this. Boost self-attack by 6 and reduce enemy attack by 6. Like, mine's 85. So going from 85 to 91 attack versus I'm a constant blender. Like, are you kidding me? Like, why would these other dances are terrible. Like, if they want me to ever change off Dance of Dreaming, they need to, like, nerf Dance of Dreaming or buff the others, because there's no reason I would ever use these. Ever. Like, there's no point. And then, like, the Masque, I don't think I ever used the activatable on the Masque. It was fine. So, is there anything else to say about it? Hero stacking? I've never done hero stacking on Slaanesh, but by God, it worked on this. And again, it was just because every lord had a healing aura pumping out of them. So you could just take a whole bunch of good in melee heroes that had no sustain, and boom, they've got sustain. And they could just run around and just tear, slowly tear through things. And I won many battles with that. Starting location? Yeah, I don't love the starting location. Of the three, like, you're right, you start right here, and you got enemies south of you, east of you, north of you, and all around them too. Your west side is safe, kinda, because water, although this guy could come up from the water, and then over here they could come down from the water, but at the beginning they're not at war with you, so your west side is safe. But if you compare that to Ducala, Ducala is like, in this pocket, mountain, edge of map. So Ducala only has to worry about enemies there or there. That's it. So like Ducala is definitely of the of the Slaanesh factions. I think Ducala's got the best starting point. Like, it's extremely safe. And the Masque does okay. But, again, over time, we got a bunch of vassals. Like, this guy's working for me now. This guy's working for me. This one's a bit working for me. This one was my newbie opponent. He's working for me. This one now. So we got a lot of vassals. And those blue lines are showing me the vassals' movements. Like, on the next turn, he's going to go down here. And he's going to go up here to... He's going to go hit the donut. And so on and so on. Like, I can see what they're doing. So, I would say, like, I don't hate this start. I don't love it either. And Nakari is kind of the same. Nakari starts on the donut, like right here. And this guy is not at war with him immediately, but it encourages you to go this way. And then it's like, if this guy declares war on you, you got to spend like 3 turns coming back. Another person with a similar issue is Tamarkon. Tamarkon starts off like up here. And it encourages you to go down this way, and every turn you get farther and farther from your starting capital. And there's another guy right here. And if he chooses to declare war on you, you're farther away from it every turn you keep going. So, not a huge fan of that, but it's okay. Again, because of the weird recruitment of the Masque, where So many units you can get in a single turn globally. Like, remember, we were able to take, where is this army? This army. These Chosen, we paid double for them, but we recruited all of these in one turn each, and we were able to whip up this army really fast, take this level 1 army down here, and kill a level, was it 26 Legendary Lord Lizard, because of just these armies are just so high tier, these units. The enemies that we start fighting, I didn't really ever have trouble with the enemies. I would say the toughest battle was on like turn 5 or 6 or something. We had to fight Marcus Wolfhart for the first time, and he's all about arrows and guns. Like, he's a hunter, and he was in a city, and I had to get really tricky with it. If I recall, I think I had cavalry going around the outside of the city to like bait him, and so he didn't know like where I was coming in. And then I took everyone and like, you know, punched through one gate, and then we fought inside for a long time, and it was rough. But did manage to get in there. Kind of like how for Ducala I had to do something similar with the when I was fighting Gelt. But this is pretty cool. I hate the mask's appearance. the mask is a creepy, well, not even son of a gun. Like, it's supposed to be a lady, because they say she a lot. Like, almost all of the Slaanesh things are like half male, half female, but they say she when talking about the mask.
A stage.
Hi. Merry Christmas. What's up? You've been keeping to yourself most of the day today. But yeah, so I don't know if I have anything else to say about it. The mask is pretty cool. If I were to do a campaign where I'm like, I want to play Nakari until the Ultimate Crisis, or sorry, I keep saying Nakari. If I was like, I want to play Slaanesh until the Ultimate Crisis, I'm not sure if I would play the mask or Ducala, but I would lean toward Ducala. But again, the mask, like, when I'm not playing my main lord, the mask is more fun because all the like secondary, third, fourth, fifth armies, they're more powerful because of the dance. But Ducala, I really like the city, like the starting location, the city building thing with the thralls, and Ducala herself. Ducala's a monster herself, but Mask has monster armies. Yeah, Ducala's, the Mask's other lords are more monstrous because of the dance, which is a very interesting thing. Not sure there's anything else to say. And of course, you know, with the same patch that added the mask, they also added the Druki Anointed, which we talked about in the Ducala campaign. That added replenish troops option to the Slaanesh faction, which they did not have before. That was much needed. And they also added the Exalted Heroes of Slaanesh, which are just a powerful melee unit. Most factions have one. This faction did not before, and now it does. So you got this weird corrupted armored thing, but it's a melee powerhouse, and it adds some very nice buffs to the army it's in, and synergized really well with the Lord doing the dance that gave them healing. So it was good. I don't think I ever used these things. Enables the target enemy cell to damage their garrison, generate devotees. What is the range of this? Hang on, I don't think we ever used this.
Time to indulge.
Where is... Do you have to be like a certain range?
The destined promenade.
Or maybe you have to be... No, I still can't use it. Target an enemy settlement. I don't know what it needs. I do not know what it needs. Huh. Is this thing running? Yeah. Like hold on a sec. This is
My depraved desire.
this is basically suicide for this guy. I just want to run over here and see if it'll let me do it. Do I have to be sieging?
For Slaanesh.
Still can't do it. Maybe you have to be sieging. I do not know. I'm not sure. But I never hit that. But each of the dances has a big button at the end. We never tried that out. But, I mean, it says what it does, so we know what it does. Also, the mounts. Daemonic Steeds. The worms. The boob worms. Really solid cavalry option. It's a good cavalry thing, and the units that have them were very maneuverable. You know, when we had, like, like in this army, I think all maybe 7 of these were on those worm mounts, and they were able to move around very, very well, not get caught on trees or each other, stuff like that is very good. Much less clunky than like chariots, for example.
Pleasure
Like you
without
can.
conscience.
Oh, she doesn't have one. I was gonna get a chariot out just to show you. Anyway, the chariot's very powerful in a big open field. I struggle with them in like corridors. Like you might even like have enemies in front of you and just be struggling to turn the chariot around because they have a turn radius. But yeah, that is our first look at the mask. Oh, also, the thing where you can make what are they called? Cults all over the world, and declare what, like, to tell everyone that's like all over the planet, be like, hey, you want to pay me and I'll fight your enemies, and just get tons of money. And then their enemies 5 turns later pay you to stop being at war with them. That was stupid. Like, you could, like, it would be tedious, but every turn you could play around in here and make money. That's not something many factions can do. That was pretty silly as well. Okay, so I'm not going to save it there because I just moved those units in a stupid way to try to do that thing. But that was the mask. I definitely feel like at this point we are very powerful. It would just be like, you know, kind of dink around for another 100 turns to try to get the ultimate victory with this playthrough if I wish to do so. But yeah, that was that, and that is the end of that playlist.